Are Thunderers with Grudge-Rakers any good? Yes, they are good and even tremendous, but their utility is a little more limited. I admit to already liking the weapon from original Vermintide, but that's not the point. This combat footage is amazing. They have strengths and weaknesses, but it's quite a spectacle. Recruited for 850 gold and 212 upkeep, Thunderers come with 80 entities on Ultra with 5,680 health between them. Armor is 80, with bronze quality infantry shields blocking 35% of small arms fire from the front. That matters under archer fire. Magic resistance is 35 of course, leadership 64, speed 28, melee attack starts at 20 with an attack interval of 4.3, no splash damage. I'm going over melee for a reason, by the way. Melee defense starts at 28, which is pretty solid for a missile unit. Weapon strength is 28, split between base 21 and armor piercing 7, with a charge bonus of 4 and mass 150. For ranged, ammunition starts at a very standard 22 volleys with a range of 19. Missile damage is officially listed as 60, with each shot doing 2 base and 6 armor piercing. Each pull of the trigger fires 3 such projectiles like a blunderbuss, and the Grudge-Raker has 2 barrels, so 2 such shots each for a total of 6 projectiles. Okay, where have we seen math like that recently? Outriders. 2 times 3 is equal to 1 times 6, and the projectile damage is identical. Outriders seem to knock infantry down, but the shotgun-style projectiles here do not seem to knock infantry down, or at least not as much. It just shreds them. So though Outriders may be tweaked if you watch this video weeks or months later, Grudge-Rakers seem to be working as gloriously as intended. Reload time is a healthy 8. Total accuracy begins at the usual 20. Calibration distance is 55, so the accuracy is less accurate past that point until hitting max range. And calibration area is 2, so at really short ranges the groupings are tight enough. No penetration. The projectiles stop when they hit something. The base unit has no traits past Hide Enforced. For the redline skills, Thunderer is our old standby, adding plus 15% ammo and plus 8% missile strength at 3 pips. Dolly Firepower gives rank 7 Thunderers, plus 12% missile strength, 10% reload time reduction, and 15% missile resistance. All tremendously helpful. In the tech tree, much more organized, Superior Black Powder adds plus 10% range and plus 10% missile strength, Renowned Deadeyes adds plus 10% more range, and Iron Price reduces upkeep by 10%. That covers the basics. By now you may have guessed how I'm using the Grudge-Rakers in the video. I'm lining them up, using Lord and Hero to buy a little time, putting them in guard mode and hoping for the best. How did that work out? Surprisingly well, I might say. The murderous volume of firepower is giving these melee units a lot of trouble, and while I didn't see oodles of knockdowns, being hit by the weighty projectiles slows troops down and makes it harder for them to finish advancing. Eventually they can hit your lines, but point-blank shotguns to the face hurt. And remember, it's armor piercing, or rather, a full 75% of the damage is AP. These melee attackers just weren't able to chew through the Thunderers at a kind of speed they needed to overcome the problem completely, though they took their toll. In actual battle, you're probably using checkerboard formations and melee troops to be a buffer, but the fact you can get away with just guard mode and a single firing line to this extent shows that at 90 range or less, these are really powerful, and I don't feel underserved compared to Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses. What this video isn't showing is an enemy missile force parked beyond 90 range and picking your Thunderers apart. I'm showing melee forces that want to close in and have to. So you have to weigh and balance the power of the unit with situations where it is utterly useless, and find what ratio of missile troops works best for you. I'm just saying that the damage here is very strong. Damage means nothing if you cannot shoot far enough, but that's where handguns, cannons, and so forth come in. I'm sure you'll agree that setting aside such concerns, the unit is fun and a joy to use. Take care, and have fun pumping copious amounts of shrapnel into the forces of chaos.